Alright, much Abrew time, playing some Identity Thief in Modern. Oh dear, it's Tron. Well, let's Misty Rainforest, pass the turn. Not sure we can keep up with this. We don't really have any land destruction. Alright, Brushland and Scrying. Well, let's crack Misty. Grab a Breeding Pool. Tapped. Opponent gets a tower. Well, we get Blooming Marsh. We're just going to run out this Coiling Oracle, I believe. If we can tap properly. Draw a card. Or get a land. Eldritch Evolution. Alright. I just don't know what Tron answers we really have. We might just have to try to fight through it. Don't know if that's a realistic plan, though. There's the tower. Opponent passes. Do we have a 4-drop that matters? Nothing destroys a land. I guess there's like Gonti, Sidisi. Acidic Slime would do it, but it's too much mana. We can't get Acidic Slime here. Alright, let's 1-2. Play Wall of Roots. Watery Grave, untapped. Attack with Coiling Oracle. And then Ninjutsu, this Ninja of Deep Hours. Might end up getting pathed. Yep, there's a path. Alright. We actually really wanted that. Get a forest. That was our best bet for getting an Acidic Slime next turn, was getting down a 4-drop. And there's Tron. Not sure how we fight through this now. There's Karn. Takes up. Now, we'll get rid of Bloodline Keeper. Opponent has something else. Ancient Stirrings. Another Urza's Tower. We draw Snapcaster. Well, that's Coiling Oracle. Abrupt Decay, not exciting. Well, I think we got an Eldritch Evolution. But we don't really have anything that really matters. Gonti, Necrotol, Sidisi, Spellskite. We got to get something that lets us get Acidic Slime next turn, probably. Nothing saves us from a Wrath. Well, let's just get Eternal Witness, get back Misty Rainforest. I think this is fine. We haven't made a land drop yet. And Eternal Witness still lets us get Acidic Slime if we're alive next turn, which is our main goal. So pass the turn. This also lets us Abrupt Decay something, which could be relevant with Wall of Roots mana. This Karn, though, is going to be an issue. Another tower, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. If our opponent has Ulamog, I think it's just game. Yep, there's Ulamog. Gets both of our creatures. And I think that just does it. Our opponent has Karn with 14 counters. Oh, boy. Well, opponent can take Snapcaster. There's nothing that really gets us out of this. Chromatic Star, sure. Yeah, I don't think there's a draw in our deck that's relevant here. Grab an Overgrown Tomb. Coiling Oracle, sure. Chord, alright. Good enough, good enough. Well, do we have any sideboard stuff to fight this deck? Not, well, I mean, I guess we need Lost Legacy. I don't know if that's actually good, though. Abrupt Decay seems pretty lacking. Bring in Maelstrom Pulse. I guess Sower and Glenalendra are probably better than Bloodline Keeper and Identity Thief, which, super bad. At least Sower can steal an Ulamog or something, potentially. We could try Lost Legacy, but is non-land. So it basically just gets Karn. I don't know if that's really good enough. I guess Reclamation Sage is probably reasonable. Go down Necrotol. Silent Arbiter doesn't help. Thragtusk, Nissa. It might just be like this. Except we actually have to play more cards. Oh, that's right. This deck has 61 cards for some reason. I forgot about that. So we actually have to play 2 more cards. Alright, I mean, we'll try Lost Legacy. I don't know if that's actually going to help. I would rather just have land destruction, but... okay. No 1-drops. We do have Eldritch Evolution. And Eternal Witness. So I guess we're looking at Eternal Witness into Eldritch Evolution for Acidic Slime, most likely. There's an Expedition map. Well, tap land go. Does our opponent just have turn 3 Tron? We don't even have counters in the sideboard. Do they have another Tron piece is a big question. Alright, they do have a Tron piece, but it's mine, so they're not going to have Tron next turn. So let's crack Misty, get an Overgrown Tomb, tapped, play Verdant Catacombs, crack it, grab a Forest, and we're just going to Eternal Witness, not so much because we want to get back a land. We'll probably grab Misty, I guess, so we can search an island if we want to. Not so much because we want to land, but because we need it to be able to sack to this Eldritch Evolution. Because Acidic Slime on a Tron piece should be pretty good. Opponent gets a tower. Plays the tower. Plays Chromatic Sphere. So this lets us... This actually might work out really well. Assuming our Witness lives, sack Eternal Witness, kill the tower with Acidic Slime. The next turn we'll have enough mana we can Glenelender Archmage and leave up the ability to counter a non-creature spell. And that might be enough to swing the game in our favor. Alright, opponent cracks for green. Says Sylvan Scrying maybe? Yep, there's Sylvan Scrying. Gets the last Tron piece. Alright, opponent passes. Well, this is working out almost exactly like we imagined. So 1, 2, 3. Eldritch Evolution, sack Eternal Witness. Grab our Acidic Slime. Acidic Slime the tower to keep our opponent off Tron. Play the Blooming Marsh, pass the turn. The next turn we have Glenelender Archmage for more defense. There's the power plant. Alright, opponent is still going to have Tron. Well, the question's going to be, do they have, like, an Ulamog? If they're trying to win with a Planeswalker, Glenelendra should be able to keep us alive for the most part. There's a Misty. Well, let's get in with Acidic Slime. Opponent down to 18. Well, it's going to just depend on what finisher our opponent has. Actually, let's play Misty, crack Misty first. We don't want there to be any weird timing issue where our opponent can do something while we're sacking our fetch. Play Glenelendra. And pass the turn. Alright, here's Tron. Does our opponent have Ulamog in hand? If they do, all of this was for naught. If they don't have Ulamog, we got Karn covered, we got Ugin covered twice. Not super worried about like a Wormcoil, Oblivion Stone. I mean, it's basically Ulamog. That's the one thing that's very worrisome here. Alright, opponent cracks Chromatic Star. Alright, Worldbreaker's annoying, but not just game ending. Gonna hit our Watery Grave. Sure. Chromatic Sphere. We get a Coiling Oracle. Let's play Misty Rainforest. Play Coiling Oracle. Get a tap land, and I think we just pass for now. Leave up Glenelendra. Leave up the ability to Murderous Cut the Worldbreaker. This does have Sneaky Reach written below the rest of the text, so we couldn't really... I mean, I guess we could have attacked with Acidic Slime. I don't know if it's really that important. Alright, opponent cracks. Looks like another Sylvan Scrying is on its way. Okay, Expedition Map, sure. Cracks the map. We'll just get an untap land. Just in case, our opponent could be searching up a white source and then pathing, and we don't really want to lose this Glenelendra to path. Opponent goes attacking. Okay. Well, I guess we just block here and save our Murderous Cut. Alright, opponent passes. We draw another land. Well, get in with both. I don't think we have any more blue sources, which is not great. Play Verdant Catacombs, crack Verdant Catacombs. Overgrown Tomb tapped. Yeah, no more blue mana, unfortunately. Oh, this is so awkward. So the problem here is if we play Sidisi and our opponent has Path, we just lose. Because we can't counter it and still keep our Glenelendra alive. So I think we have to just pass. Opponent's going to get back Worldbreaker. Alright, that's okay-ish. Our best draw might be another Eldritch Evolution. There's the path. So we got to counter it, or else we lose our Glenelendra forever. Well, looks like we are still done for. Yeah, I mean, double removal spell gets us pretty good there. It seems like a miserable matchup for no real good reason. We could be playing a lot more stuff for the Tron matchup, but I guess something to consider for future sideboards. There's an Ugin. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty hard to beat here. Down to 10. And now we're just, I mean, we don't have counters. Yeah, this deck does not seem set up to beat Tron. There's a Chord of Calling, a bit too late. Well, past the turn, our best bet might be to wait till after our opponent activates Ugin, and then Chord for Grave Titan, I guess. Down to 7. Ugin's up to 11. Opponent plays another Tron piece. There's the World Breaker. Well, now's the time we got a Chord. So, Chord X6. We could Gonti and try to hit a Karn. If we Grave Titan... Well, I think Grave Titan actually can just beat the Ugin. Yeah, I think we just Grave Titan. So get Grave Titan, get some zombies. We lose a land. Opponent has World Breaker. And passes. Wall of Roots, not super helpful. Well, Murderous Cut. The World Breaker. Send everything at Ugin. And pass the turn. I mean, we got a lethal board if our opponent has absolutely nothing. Probably unlikely. Gets back World Breaker. Yup. Are we actually going to be able to steal this win? It might be possible. Alright, Sylvan Scrying. Sure. And scoops it up. Wow! Okay. Well... Oh, for not having a realistic shot in this matchup, that was pretty good. So, yeah, I guess we run it back. Ramp and not much else. We're on the draw. What makes this hand good? I guess Chord of Callings or Eldritch Evolutions would give us a chance. But this hand is literally all mana. 100%. I think we gotta ship it. Okay-ish. Coiling Oracle to the bottom since we don't have blue mana. Razorverge Thicket, Ancient Stirrings. Rex Sage could get us some sneaky value. Probably better off Chord at instant speed, but still. Okay. I swear I scryed you to the bottom. That happens so much. I did scry to the bottom. That is so weird. I don't know if I just remember when that happens, but for some reason on the beginning of the game scry, when you scry something to the bottom, you're very likely to draw another copy. Or it feels like that. It's probably just all in my head, remembering those instances. Oh, but that is not what we wanted. Well, I mean, we can play a Scavenging Ooze, I guess. Which is a creature. Definitely need a land. Fetch land would be the best. That's what we really want. Because then we can Eternal Witness it back if we need to. Worst case, we just Coiling Oracle, but unless we draw a land, we just do absolutely nothing. There's an Urza's Mine. Maybe our opponent will just be nice and path. Looks like they will not. Land? Chord, which we can't. Oh, boy. Alright. Well, get in with Ooze. Yeah, this is not how we beat Tron. I mean, I already feel like this is a bad matchup, and we're not favored by any means. But stumbling on mana is definitely going to make it even harder. Crags Chromatic Star. I mean, if our opponent has Tron here, it's probably just game. Yeah, there's Tron. And Karn. Goes after a land. Well, yeah. Oh, now I guess we have to draw a land to Coiling Oracle and hopefully hit another land. And even then, that is not a land. Alright. Well, I think that's pretty clearly game over. Karn on turn 4 is pretty punishing regardless, and when you miss land drops, way worse. They didn't have our Chord of Calling. So, yeah. Well, it doesn't feel like this deck is really set up to beat Tron, and This is definitely not going to get it done. Grafdigger's Cage. Well, good thing we got rid of the Chord. Oblivion Stone. Alright. Good enough. People might call this an early scoop, but it's really not. Well, Tron seems like a bad matchup. In that last hand, we stole a game off them, which was pretty surprising. But that last hand was just nowhere near good enough to get it done.